5,
Wow.
3.
That's all recorded.
That's
awesome.
a long countdown.
10, 9, 8,
I'm used to doing it to my son,
6,
to giving him 5 seconds to do something.
Oh, you give him 5? I used to give him 2.
Three.
I got 2.
Yeah, no, I'm
And I
sorry.
get to hear.
He starts screaming
Actually,
the minute I go 4. So
See?
Hey, Falcon Nation. Welcome to the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. The good guy that know the co-host, Danny Berg, all dressed up. And then I'm sorry, it's basketball season. Triple threat, Tom Ferguson, SID behind the camera. You had signing day for your athletes at your Valley View High School for your guys.
Yeah.
So you're all dolled up today.
Yeah, actually it was the girls.
The girls.
How about that? 2 of them.
Good.
Well, you said Falcon Nation, which kind of threw me off because that's one of the first times you said welcome.
Sometimes I
Falcon
throw that
Nation.
in just to mix it up a little bit. You know?
But yeah, for shameless little plugs here, Ava Sherman, one of the girls, is going to Millersville University, and goalkeeper Ryan Carroll's going to Westchester University. So
do they know that we have soccer here at Lackawanna
pretty
College?
big
And you
deal.
work
They
there?
do.
All right,
They
just
do.
checking.
They do.
All
They
right.
do.
they're aware.
They're aware, and they know that if things don't work, and I hope it does, that they have a place. If they decide to come home, they got a little bit of in.
Right.
And exciting times for both of them.
Right.
Especially Westchester was the national runner-up this past year.
Right.
And then Ava actually received an appointment to the Air Force Academy, but has opted to continue the academic and athletic career Millersville into ROTC.
Awesome.
So
Good.
I was
Best of luck to them.
big day. So no, and it's not dressed on Wednesday like last week where I was in the hoodie and the jeans.
Right.
So
It's dress up Tuesday.
the jeans that were then ripped at
Yes.
the end of the day, very much down
Down
almost the
here.
entire
Oh,
leg.
jeez.
Well, it happens.
I was lifting legs. All right.
But all
Back
right,
on
so
Falcons.
we don't have to talk wrestling because we'll talk about that next week,
Next
right?
week, yep.
All right, but wrestling just practiced this week, so
That's it,
check.
yep.
All right, so we got basketball to talk about, right? So
Yeah.
we were here on Saturday. Both men and women hosted Powerhouse Harkham.
Yeah.
So let's start with the men.
Yeah.
All right, so Division 1 crossover, 1-2. Harkham had 1 loss coming in.
They were
Yes.
Receiving votes in the Division
1
1
loss,
poll?
and it was it was the last game they had played.
Right.
Right. They were 20-1.
By far, besides Coach Gabriel, my favorite coach in the area.
ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
great.
made sure to come up to me and ask how everything was going. And I said, congratulations on being the big dog. I said, oh, wait, correct. Congratulations on being Big Bear.
Yeah.
And I like his coaching style because reluctantly, he only called 1 timeout throughout the course of the game. We just kept that bad boy rolling, despite how close we kept
Yeah.
it. So congratulations to him for getting me home faster.
Yeah, I was bummed because I didn't see him before I had to scoot out a little bit with a little bit of time left in the women's game. But he texted me the next morning at 10:30 or 10:15. He was making sure that we could get the film uploaded because they had film session and we had to get in touch with Coach Gabriel. And so it worked out. But I was like, sorry I missed you.
Right. He always is intrigued with our football guys, and Josh was sitting next to me. He's like, "There's our former OC. He'll give you all our
fill
stuff.
you in."
He'll fill you all in." So they spent a couple minutes chatting. But Harkham brought in a bunch of size, as they had a 7-foot LaSalle transfer. And the other dude coming off the bench looked like he was 6'11". I don't know. Was he 6'11", Tom?
I don't know, but I know I think they had a 6'11" kid. They had 2 6'8" kids. They had a 6'9" kid.
Right.
There was a lot of
There's a
length
lot of
out
length.
there.
And we are undersized.
Sure.
And we battled, and we held our own on the boards, and we challenged them at the glass, and we had a chance to kind of pull it off.
Yeah, just one of those things. I talked to Coach Gabriel this morning about some other scheduling stuff that we'll probably get into. And he's like, just that's the difference with those teams.
Right.
You know, a little bit of their depth and especially their length. And he said we were right there. We just can't get over that hump. But again, thinking about being that Division I program and a good one at that, you're not losing by 60, where you see some other schools do.
Right.
So Like you said, maybe a little undersized, but they're working their tails off.
Yeah. So, best of luck to them. I know they are tip-off tonight in Region 19 play, and then, Tom, you'll have the results on, or you could just check LackawannaFalcons.com.
Yep, down at Delaware Tech.
Yes, so
big
a big
important
Region
week.
19 matchup, as is this Thursday when they face off here at the Union. Phil the Union, big night.
Phil the Union.
We'll close the show what we're going to do Thursday night.
Right.
But Phil the Union, Raritan, another big Region 19 rivalry matchup. Another big must-win for the guys.
And then Saturday.
Yeah.
Mercer. So we have 3 conference games. And Raritan Valley's number 1 right now with only 1 loss. And then there's, I think, 4 teams with 3 losses.
Yep.
So we could be, depending on how the week goes, you could finish and be the 2 seed and, kind of not have a play-in game on next Thursday or on Thursday the 21st.
Right.
Or you can maybe not do so well and be 2 to 5, basically. Mm-hmm. So it's an important week, and fortunately we're not on the road for all of them, just one. Which is good. Which is awesome.
Which is good. So, hopefully they can string some wins together.
Sure.
They didn't go through long stretches Saturday where they couldn't score. That's been kind of a fallback.
Right.
We went through a couple stretches, but you're going to go through that. But they weren't really long stretches of, not getting the ball in the basket and stuff too. So we want to get hot at the right time.
Sure.
Yep. And then our women also face off. Harcum was ranked 8th women national.
Harcum is 10th.
10th. And we went up and
they're going to move up
if they haven't already. They might have.
I'm not sure. I didn't see the thing, but they're probably going to be 7 or 8.
They have 1 loss, or they undefeated?
They have 1 loss on the year.
Okay.
Which was to CCBC Essex.
Okay. Which is
which everybody usually loses.
They were number
to them.
1 in the country.
But they had beaten previously CCBC Essex. In fact, the Saturday was their 20th straight win.
Okay. So a very good Harcum team, and we battled with them and kept it close. Mahogany is such a difference maker. Offensively and defensively. If she's not blocking shots, she's altering. They just can't run their stuff. So a low-scoring game. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but what was the final? We lose by 8?
55-47.
All right, so that's 8.
And it was a little bit closer than that, too.
Yeah.
Honestly, there
we
was
held the lead at multiple points in that game.
There was a 5-minute stretch in the fourth quarter where we had a 42-40 lead, but we didn't score another basket for 5 minutes from about 5:50 to about 1:20 or something like that. Right. And Harcum went on a 10-0 run and turned it into a 50-40. That was honestly the difference in the game.
That was it. I would like Mahogany to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. She did throw up a 3, and like I said, she could shoot the ball. She has a great looking jump shot, and she just got to get a little urge to score maybe a little bit more. But defensively, I know she had 8 blocks, I think, on Saturday, so that ups her average. So I'm sure she's still leading the country in blocks per game.
5.5 blocks per game.
Yeah, so
that's wild.
And she just has a knack for.
She's finding it, but her
big
length,
and long, and
so she can reach for that and not have the body contact.
I don't want to jinx her, but she has a knack for not committing fouls while doing that. She has really not been in foul trouble at all during the season.
She's not. Most of the time, you have that, and you're hitting them with the body. Right. So she's able to get away with that. So. That was a good test for the girls to show that they can hang, and maybe over the next 2 weeks, like our bench, we're not deep. Right. They're not as deep as maybe them, and just you get tired when you're rotating everybody in. So,
but again, same with the men. They're competing with the top of Division II, Region 19, right? So it's looking good for playoff season. Hopefully they get in there, and you never know what could happen.
It's a new season, right?
So they are again tonight. They're off tonight. They don't play until Thursday.
They are playing tonight.
They are playing. Oh yeah. They're playing at Montgomery County Community College.
Okay.
Down
crossover
there, in Bluebell. And
tonight, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it was last night, but it is not today.
Right.
They're playing a 5 o'clock game, and then they're back at it on Thursday
with Raritan.
And then on
Saturday they're on the road.
Saturday they got nothing.
Saturday, that's where I got mixed up. I knew there was something they weren't doing something.
Raritan is the last home game of the regular season and the last Region 19 Division II game.
Okay, correct. And then the schedule, I know from this week, we could touch base on next week, but it's all over the place. LackawannaFalcons.com.
Things had to get moved around, but it is correct right now, as of taping, at LackawannaFalcons.com.
Because everything was confirmed this morning.
Right, and especially as we get
when
closer.
I sent that email out, I was just waiting on one little final piece, and some of it was in our control. Some of it was very much out of our control with final play dates getting moved up and then not wanting to lose non-conference games.
Sure.
And those schools like Westchester didn't want to lose it either. So the unusual Sunday doubleheader at Westchester on February 19th.
As long as it's not an unusual Sunday doubleheader at
it's not
here.
It won't be. It is not. We were scheduled to be on the road, but yeah. So I mean, that's kind of the way the season's going.
Good. And like I said, it's important to check our social media sites and Black My Falcons, especially as we get closer to the playoff time. You know, maybe we'll be hosting a playing game. Maybe we'll be hosting. Who knows where the seedings are going to fall and what's going to happen. So you know, and I said, and if they're not, then Tom puts that link out for for any
playoffs
kind of
is not standard place. It's the site of the higher seed, and we'll see how that goes. But they're all playing well. So like you said, it's how you finish.
Right.
You know, they're doing well. So that's great to see.
Good. We had an athlete of the week. Are you talking to Caleb?
I haven't heard back from Caleb.
You haven't heard back from
I'm
Caleb?
hoping to talk to him because today, obviously, the guys are going down to Delaware Tech.
Right.
So they're going to be leaving sometime this afternoon. So hopefully I can snag him while he's here at the
between
Union.
3 and 3:15.
Yeah, so he'll be here at the Union. So I'll try to talk to him. We'll see.
He is aware. I made him aware of his award yesterday, and he said he already knew.
Oh.
He's already posted before I got to him in the weight room, so he already knew. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm not giving you any surprises.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe Caleb, maybe not. We take a break now anyway.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu.
Everybody, back on the Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, good guy, the no co-host, Danny Berg, triple threat, Tom. What are you going to be during baseball season, Tom?
I was going to ask you because you're the baseball guy. Is there something with a T
we can't tell.
there? Alliteration?
Let's just
We'll
keep
think
it
of
under
something.
wraps.
We'll
Come up with something.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll think of something. You want it to be good or bad?
Triple play, Tom Ferguson?
Well, triple
Well,
plays are very...
No, we can't do it now. You just made it up. We got to come up with something
Well,
different.
I'm just trying to help. Okay, you know what?
You want it to be offense or
spitballing.
defense related, or you want it to be pitching related?
You think about it,
right.
and you let me know.
Right. I'm not an analytics guy, so it won't
apparently
be like,
I can't come up with my own thing.
It
So
won't
you
be
guys
like
have
now.
to.
Well, no.
And we can't do triple threat. We already have it can't be triple.
There's
play.
too many triples, is what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to give you, like, you're not going to be war Tom, like, wins above replacement. Like, I don't do all those analytics things. All right? So we'll figure it out. We got a couple weeks
It's
before
not going to be
baseball.
like fly out Ferguson or anything.
No.
Tommy something. Maybe we'll go Tommy something.
Tommy Dinger.
Tommy Two Sticks.
We'll think of something. But speaking of baseball and softball, they are in the midst of practice. We've had some fortunate weather on and off. You know, I know that the softball teams hopefully they get outside today. They are.
They're scheduled to be outside today,
which means I'm off with them from the.
They were also scheduled to be outside tomorrow, but media day.
Right. Well. And I know baseball's been getting outside and getting some live at bats, so hopefully that'll help them when they get out south soon because they play soon.
Next weekend.
And then media day is also today, Wednesday.
Yes.
And so we can look for our media stuff coming out and stuff too.
And we want to point out Kyle Scott, number 8 in the perfectgame.org JUCO top 100 prospects rankings. That was pretty cool. They did a whole thing about their top 10, and we got like a minute where they. I think the biggest thing they said Lackawanna College.
We say Lackawanna College. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, Lackawanna, baby.
Scranton, PA. Kyle Scott, his 3rd year there. He's a Maryland native. But look, first 2 years, Brian, 65 2/3 and 21, 111 punch-outs. Last year, 34 innings, 59 strikeouts, sub-200 opponents batting average both years. Kyle Scott deservedly has your attention.
Yeah, and the head coach at Lackawanna, Michael McCary, is one of my favorite JUCO coaches in all of the country. He's a guy, we talked to him. I talked to him several times throughout the year, just even catching up, not even necessarily about players. But either way, he's been kind of banging the Kyle Scott drum for a number of years now, and this is not a guy who oversells his players by any stretch. So when he says, like, Brian, man, this guy's really taking the leap, and then you see the video, then you see the data, It's a gorgeous delivery. He's got a great arm action. He's got great arm speed. It's 93, 97 with high spin on the fastball. He spins the breaker over 3,000 RPMs. It's power stuff. He's being scouted heavily already, even in 30-degree snowy Scranton, Pennsylvania days. It's just he's a guy that we're really betting on the upside and really betting on him being a premier draft pick this year.
They didn't say
They
Lackawanna.
didn't say we were at Lackawanna Community College, we were at Lackawanna Junior College, Lackawanna College.
100 years of existence.
People doing their research.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting to get talk to some spring sport guys.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to drag my son over to the camera tomorrow because he says he refuses to talk to me on camera.
Wow.
But he will.
No, he'll be on. Right, Coach McCary? Is Coach McCary still over there? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm just yelling into the wind.
So either if he doesn't, he loses his work study job, he loses his shot clock, and then he has to move out of the house. So, like it's pick one. Talk to your dad for 3 minutes, or
life is on the line here.
Yeah,
and stuff too. So, but yeah, look out for the softball, baseball media days. That'll be great. And then let's wrap up because we teased you early about Thursday night as we play Raritan. We're going to honor our sophomores.
Mm-hmm. We are.
So we're going to have a nice little ceremony for our men and women sophomores. I think there's 6 on each team.
Yep.
If my math is correct, that equals 12.
That's even more impressive.
Yep. And then also it is staff and faculty appreciation. So we are honoring some staff and faculty that were nominated by our men's and women's players. Yep. Of them making a difference somehow in their time here at Lackawanna College. Yeah. So we'll have some staff and faculty. We're having a little,
so
like a little bit something for them
resources.
Right?
It's a full faculty and staff appreciation game, where prior to the start of the girls' game at 5, starting around 3:30 or 4 o'clock, human resources will be up here in the lounge, with some raffles and we'll have some food and things like that. And then before the 5 o'clock tip, we will be having, like you said, sophomore recognition. Right. Before the men's game at 7, sophomore recognition, but more importantly, between the games, as you alluded to before, the men's and women's basketball team, they nominated difference makers in their life. So we've contacted some of the faculty and staff that are the difference makers. They don't necessarily know who the other ones are, which is pretty neat, and we're really hoping to have a good crowd on hand so that they can really get the appreciation that they deserve to our student
it's a big basketball day too, so we get people in
it's a huge
we
conference fill the union
right
for a huge conference game against Raritan Valley. So.
And then, not to brag, everyone's getting something too, right? So if you're a difference maker, we're giving them like a nice.
They got something. They got something. They don't know.
We're getting something. Oh, I'm giving it away a little bit because I was fortunate enough to be nominated a difference maker by
ruining it. Ruining the surprise.
Do you want me not to say my little thing that I was going to say?
You can say your little thing.
I'm not saying it.
You say your thing.
Well, we're getting something. So I want to compare. I was nominated numerous times, which I'm very thankful for. So instead of just getting one thing, I requested multiple.
Right.
So it'll kind of be like the Friends episode when Joey's wearing Chandler's stuff, all of the stuff. That's going to be me.
Is it?
Between games, wearing all the stuff.
Are you going to do lunges?
And then we'll do lunges. No, because it's upper body.
But he's on everything you have, and then he's going to be doing lunges.
Yes, and stuff too. So I'm going to be walking out of here like Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. I call mine. But
deserved too.
Well, I want to thank everyone that nominated me. And says some nice things about me. It means a lot, whether they mean it or not. I'm going to say that they meant it.
One thing we know about our kids: if they don't mean it, they're not going to take their time.
And I specifically told them when I had to pass out those nomination forms that you are not to nominate me.
Yeah.
And look what they did.
So the pressure was on. You were handing it to them saying, don't mark it down. Mark it down.
The question was, should we nominate you? I was like, nominate someone else. Don't nominate me. But they did anyway, so thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Big difference maker. We all know that.
So make sure if you're a faculty staff person and even if you weren't nominated, get here so you can be nominated next time.
That's it. Show the support.
I know some of the nominees and some of them do come to games.
Yeah.
So, there'll be familiar faces, some unfamiliar faces, hopefully here Thursday. But come get some free food and drink.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Tom, esports started. We'll wrap it up with that.
Yeah, Rocket League, 2-0.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that Coach D's thing?
2-0 in NACE. No, it's, Teddy and Bob kind of oversee the whole thing, but they're 2-0. Knocked off James Madison on Monday night, 3-0.
All right.
So undefeated to start the NACE League. And JCAAE also starts up next week, so they'll be in week 3 of their NACE competition. And JCAA starts up, so things are going to get busy with them. Good. Super Smash Brothers will start up next week as well. So
good.
It's gonna get wild and crazy.
That's good. Awesome. All right, so a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
Nothing more than what Tom's new name will be come baseball softball season.
Yeah.
Will
We
be a
open
big
up.
surprise.
We open up at home sometime in March, so maybe we'll have something by then.
We'll have something.
Or by next week.
Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah. All right, good. All right, Falcon Nation. Thursday night, Phil the Union, Raritan Valley. Big games for us, and we'll see you next week on the Falcons Corner. Take flight.